Good morning everyone. This morning I'm heading over 2 hours down south. We're heading to Northumberland today to hopefully get a few cod in. Everyone, so 3 hours later we've made it. I'm fishing a mark today called Dunstanburgh Castle. It's a new mark to me. I've been on Google Maps to find kind of spits which take you a little further out, and as you can see we are further out. We're quite a way out. I've had a look on Navionics and what it says is that just in front of us it's about 15 to 20 meters deep. So it's really deep ground. The weather today looks pretty good. We have got the sun out, which, oh, there, look at that guys, dolphins just over there. God, I hope you can see that. They are absolutely flying out. Flipping hell, I hope that's picking it up. It's quite a way out. Anyway, here we go. So we're going to be bait fishing today. I've got a couple of rods with me. We've got quite a strong northerly coming in. It's kind of around the high teens. But I think that I am going to start off casting into it, so I'm probably going to go, I'm not going to dare it down there, I'm probably just going to go off of this point here, straight out, couple of rods, and we're going to be here all day today guys. I am planning on staying down here till at least sunset, quite possibly after sunset. I've got my head torch with me, so I am on for staying out late tonight if we can get on some fish. Anyway, first things first, let's get these rods baited up and get them out and see if we can get on some cod. Okay, there we are guys, we're baited up. Time is 11:41. High tide's in about an hour and a half, so let's get these out. All right, we might have had a bite here. Definitely, maybe. That is a bite, yes. All right, so it's only been about an hour and a half, so we're still pretty early into the session. Try wait for another knock and then we'll strike into this. We've lost it. No way. That's just come straight out. And I've also lost my bomb weight. Don't you dare tell me I've lost my whole rig on this. Well, we've had a bite guys, that's really good news, really good. Alright then guys, so I'll give you a little bit of an update. So I've been down here and fishing for around about 2 hours now, I want to say. I'm on the 4th cast with both of the rods. So obviously we did get a bite there, definite bite, that was definitely a fish. Unfortunately it did snap me off halfway through my line, which is not very reassuring at all. What I've done is, well, what I think has happened there is the line has been rubbing along the rocks on the bottom of the seafloor, and it's gonna notice that there was a bit of a kink in the line, or a bit of a, I don't know, some sort of damage going on with the line. So what I've done is I've taken about 20 yards off the end, so that if there potentially is or was another piece of line that was damaged, it's not going to be there any longer. It does unfortunately mean we're onto the back in there, which is 20-pound mono, but it's strong enough that. What I'm going to do with this rod is I'm going to leave it there for another 10-15 minutes, and then the next time I recast that I'm going to go right off this side. I'll give you a bit of a show. So I'm going to scop it that direction because the wind today is coming from the northwest and it's so strong that it's making that direction impossible to fish. And yeah, we may as well just see if there's cod over there, because why not? So yeah, we're definitely going to go into darkness tonight. I'll potentially be here until 10 o'clock at night, depending on how cold I end up getting. But yeah, until then I'm going to fish and fish hard. Hopefully the next time I'll see you will be with a nice big cod. Unfortunately, after another 9 hours of fishing, I realised my watch was reading 10:30. With a 3-hour journey home, I knew that I had been defeated this time round and that these cod weren't going to be as easy as I first thought. This made my drive to catch one 10x. 2 days later, I had planned out a revenge mission. After a quick stop off at the tackle shop, I found myself back in the car, driving down to Northumberland once again. So as you might be able to see, it's light again. I wonder how that's happened. It's a new day today. We've got new conditions, new tides, different weather. Most importantly, we've got a new chance. We've got a new chance at catching a cod. So I'm down here again nice and early. We're going to get both of the rods out. We're going to be fishing it all day again. Today's redemption. I really hope we can catch today. I have driven another 2 and a bit hours to get down here, so I'm really hoping that we can see some fish today. Without further ado, let's get these rods in. Cast after cast after cast went by until finally I had the inquiry I had waited 18 hours for. Oh my god, we've caught a fish. Wow! Here we go, guys. I was not 100% if we had a fish on there, but there we have it. First fish. Obviously I've been fishing now for a while. I actually think this is a whiting. Hey! So I was just bringing that in there. I couldn't feel any weight on there really, but I had a suspicion that there was something kicking on the end. And there we have it. That is, I am almost certain, a whiting. Now we are a lot further down south than what I'm used to. However, I did not think we were far enough to get whiting. Look at the teeth on it. I would have said pollock if it wasn't for them teeth. That is my first ever whiting and a surprise catch. I was certainly not expecting to see one of these. Fantastic. It's just getting dark now, so hopefully this will be the time that the cod start coming in and we can catch a few cod as well. Right, let's get this guy hooked and we'll get him back. There we go, guys. I can't quite believe I've caught a whiting. Oh, I'm over the moon too. I've got something in. Right, let's get this guy in. He's gone. He's gone. All right then, guys. Can't quite believe I'm saying this, but I'm pretty certain we've had another bite. We're gonna have to check. Big rod. Casted it to the same area where we had that whiting. You see that going? I mean, I don't think that's a wind. Could be, but the wind usually kind of sways it more. That's more of a jerking movement. I think we're going to go for this. I think that's a fish on, guys. Very hard to tell, but there's quite a bit of weight here. Not a ton of weight, not a cod size weight, but I think there's a chance there's another whiting on. Yeah, that's biting. Got a fish on. Got a fish on. Probably spent, I want to say 15 hours fishing this right now with nothing. There we go. All in 1 hour. This is going to be the second fish in the last 20 minutes, so we could be warming up here, guys. I'm pretty sure that this is going to be a fish. Feels slightly better. It is a fish. It's going to be another whiting, I think. It is another whiting. Look at that. Slightly better size. And there we have it, guys. Another flipping whiting. I can't quite believe we're seeing these today, but there's clearly a few about. Now, unfortunately for this whiting, it's going to have to go as bait. That is the last of my mackerel. I've got through 10 fillets in the last 2 days. So this guy's gonna unfortunately have to go as bait and hopefully get us a cod. That's great to be getting on something though, guys. Really happy to start seeing some fish. Okay then guys, I apologise for not being able to see much. We're still fishing and we've had a major upgrade. So I lent this guy that was fishing up there a spool of line as his snapped off, and he's just come down and he's given me a load of fresh bait. So I've got cart wing in here, mussels and lug. So we have just been massively upgraded when it comes to bait. That was what I was going to be using if not flipping whiting fillets, which I didn't have much hope in. So that's brilliant. Thank you very much to that guy up there, and that's got to be the key to getting on some cod. I am currently thinking I'm going to stay as late as it takes. Probably max about 12 o'clock, but that gives us another 6 hours or so, so I'm here in for the long run. Okay then guys, so I thought I'd show you my newly upgraded baits. There we go. What we've got here is we've got a bit of whiting, which I've wrapped inwards to try and kind of make a little parcel for the cart, and I've covered that parcel over with a bit of lug. So we've got cart, lug and whiting. That looks absolutely deadly. So I've got probably enough cart and lug to use these for the rest of the night, which is absolutely cracking. This makes me so much more hopeful than mackerel and scallop frill, to be honest with you guys. Let's get them out. That's another whiting. Not complaining. It's actually probably managed to save my bait from the crabs, so bait might go back out. Alright then guys, well I've packed up the stuff. It is just gone 8:30 and it's been pretty rough. I'm really sorry there not to have caught a cod for you. I've tried my absolute hardest to get one. I have driven for just under 10 hours there and I've fished for just over 20. So it's been pretty tough. I'll be back out though. A blank like this is only going to drive me harder to get some fish. Thanks anyway for watching. I hope you enjoyed and I'll catch you again soon. See you later on.